Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Let me put it back to comments. Let me see. Yep, I'm on. So, first question before I introduce myself, is my sound good? If anybody can give me a thumbs up. Gabby, how do I sound? Let's see here. There's probably a little bit of a delay. I purchased a new, can you hear me well? Is my sound good? I purchased a new, oh, good. So that means I don't need to use a plug-in microphone anymore. Hi, Amy. Hello. Okay, good. It sounds good. I have this new setup. I have a webcam. I have a laptop. I'm getting professional here. I'm getting professional. And I was, hi, Debbie, our Vagabond Travels, Debbie. I was telling Debbie this morning, it didn't dawn on me till this morning. I was going to use the webcam to make my picture better. But then I realized I can switch back and forth. So you guys can watch me while I'm crafting. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is so fun. Okay, so I'll have to introduce myself. I'm so glad everybody's here. And for anybody new or that's watching it in the replay, my name is Julie, and this is Day Trip Vintage Company. So I've been a longtime collector of vintage. I love to decorate with vintage. I have an Etsy shop by the same name, Day Trip Vintage Company. I've had a handmade business on Etsy named Pearly Girl since when did I open that? 2009, a very long time ago. I have my own standalone website with the same name. And so I've been a long time crafter, creator, maker, vintage lover. That's me in a nutshell. And I recently started doing this craft chat every Thursday. And I've just I used to craft a little bit. I used to make jewelry with vintage items, but I just discovered I have a passion for making assemblages and all these fun things. And I'm so excited to share it with all of you. Who else is here? Hi, Jerry. Vintage and Vino. We have Christine, Side Street Market. Welcome. Lori, Blue Flamingo Mercantile. How do we say that? I'm so glad everybody's here. So today, let me show the guest of honor. So I found this little sweetie cutie. Oh my gosh, isn't she amazing? So she's a little wonky. Her head did fall off. I am going to glue it back on once I'm done today with this little tutorial. She's very fragile. So I found her this past week. I was out in the Palm Springs area for Thanksgiving, and my husband and my son and I, we went to dinner with my parents, and we were going back because we were in our RV. We were staying at RV park out there, and on our way back, we saw this big open air market, middle of the night, like a Mexican flea market is basically what it was. They had food trucks and vegetable stands and plants. I wanted to go for the plants, but I didn't know what we were going to find. So and it was huge, and it was only 50 cents to get in. It was so fun. So we walked around, and most things were new, like imports from Mexico, that kind of thing, tools and shoes and, all that kind of stuff. And we kept walking, and my son was like, okay, I'm done. And I'm like, no. My husband's like, no, let's just keep walking for a little bit. It felt good to walk. And it was just a fun atmosphere too. Everybody was like happy, and not carnival, but it was fun. So finally we happened upon this guy that had used stuff, and there was a box under one of his tables, and I saw something shiny, and I looked in, and there were all these vintage ornaments, and I started making a pile and pulling them out, and she was in there. I just about squealed. So I put her in the little pile. So yeah, she's pretty cute. And what's interesting about her, when I started sort of measuring her, because I wanted to recreate her, that's what we're doing today. It's interesting because there's only 2 pipe cleaners. So her legs and her arms are actually 1 pipe cleaner. It's kind of hard to tell. And I think that's why she's so kind of delicate and, wonky the way she moves around. And I can't quite figure out how they did, I guess, the head here. I'll take her head off. I'm sorry, that's bad. Watch, now it won't come off, even though it's fallen off like a million times. So I'm guessing what they did was they probably put like one, I guess, the longer pipe cleaner up there and maybe like a little piece. And basically that's it. And then that one just sticks down in there, I guess, kind of like a corkscrew, because it's kind of corkscrewish. But anyway, so that's her. That is her. And this is the version. What's everybody? Isn't she fabulous? Oh my gosh. So I have to take special care of her. So what I came up with, this is what I came up with. So this is my version of recreating her. So very different, but this is my version. She only has 1 boot because I'll show you how I did the other boot. So that's her. Okay, so now I'm going to try to turn the, okay, let me do this. Let me see if I can do this. I'm going to turn the camera, and then let's see if you guys can see me. Yes. Okay. It's a little gut camish, isn't it? It's a little gut camish, but there. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay. So here's our little girl. And okay. And then here's the one that we're going to be making. And originally, you know what? Let me unplug this. I think I have enough battery life. Let me get this out of the way. I thought I had it plugged in, but apparently I didn't. And then it beeped. Okay. So originally, and I was so happy. I didn't have to go out and buy anything. I had everything on hand. And originally what I was going to use for her head, because I thought, well, they're the same size, are these little wooden balls. And these are everywhere. I have a huge bag of them. I actually bought them on Amazon because I was going to make one of those, like boho kind of bead. Well, actually, I did make one already, but I was going to make some more to sell. So these are just right. They have a hole through them. That's a little bit clearer. And they're the same size, exact same size as her head. It's and these balls are 20 millimeters. So this is what I was originally going to use. And then I realized, of course, I had that huge bag of the spun heads, which I showed before. And yes, do I have some? Yes, I have some. This is a whole entire, I opened my bag and put them in this. Can we even see? It's hard to see. Anyway, it's a huge jar. So yes, I have a few heads. So then I look through and this is the same size. So this is roughly 20 millimeters. But I like the bigger one, even though it makes her look a little, I don't know. I like the big head for some reason. I think it works, even though, the pipe cleaners are thin. I think it works. So yeah. So these are easy to find. These are at Joann's. The little swag that I made, I bought my wooden balls from Joann's. I'm sure Michael's has them. Everybody has them because they're so popular right now. So these are really easy to find. I haven't found them at Dollar Tree, but who knows? They may be out there. These heads I purchased from, they have a shop on Etsy and they have a website and it's called Smile Mercantile. And Gabby just recently gave me some additional heads and these little mushrooms. I wish I had the package. It's such a disaster in here. But if Gabby remembers the name of that company, it's interesting because their packaging, well, it's kind of like they have similar things. So if she remembers the name of that, maybe she can put it in. But these came from Smile Mercantile. And I have so many heads because I bought a huge, it was like 100, and they were deeply discounted. They said they were seconds. I don't know what's second about them. I mean, it could be, see how that, I have to figure out how this camera, I will get better. There's a little bit of roughness, you know, like it's a little thicker in one place. It's kind of hard to see. I'll get this figured out. That's the only thing. There, you can see a little bit better. That's the only thing I could think that that's why it's a second. I don't know. I mean, they look really good to me, so I'm happy with them. I say, why not? Why not get a bag of 100? Because you never know. You never know what you're going to use. So those are your options. And these are, let me tell you what the size of this. These are, I guess they're going to do them in millimeters. So they're like 10. So what is that? Centimeters? Like 2.2. I think this larger size is roughly 2.2 if you're going to order just this size. Okay. So that's it on the head. Okay. So I kind of, what I did was I laid out her very gently to get the measurements of the arms and the length of her legs with the torso. I also got measurements for the triangular little shirt that she has on and the skirt. And I kind of worked backwards also with the hat. Now the hat I had to adjust because I went with a larger head. So I had to adjust it. So I'm going to share sort of the measurements that I came up with. So let's see here. And what I use for her skirt, which I think is a great thing, is I just grabbed a cup. I just grabbed a glass. I originally used the back. It was too small. Some of it's a little trial and error. You kind of have to, fiddle with it a little bit. But so this, let's see, what is this? I'll work from her. Yeah. So 2.25 is roughly the dimensions I came up with for her skirt. So I just laid it on some felt and traced around it. Okay, so first let's do her, I'm sorry, I'm going in completely different. First, let's do her legs. So I did it a little differently. I made separate legs, separate arms, and then a separate neck piece is what I came up with because I thought she was a little bit more stable. So for the legs, it will be an 8-inch length of chenille pipe stem. Okay, so I'm going to cut it. So this is a 8-inch length. Okay, and all I did was just fold it in half like that, 8 inches. And then, is this 4 inches that I have left? Let's see here. I guess that's a little bit longer. Okay. And then, so probably you'll need 2 pipe cleaners for her body. I would say 2 pipe cleaners. And then for her arms, I used a 4-inch. So you can take that piece that you have left and just cut. In fact, I'll do that, is just cut a little section off. And I say you need 2 chenille stems or pipe cleaners, whatever we want to call them, because the torso piece that I use is also roughly 4 inches. Okay, so you have your 8-inch for the legs, and then your 4-inch for the arms. And let's see if I could do this so you guys could see it. And all I did was I just put it through, make sure it's about even, draw it up like that. And I just twisted it. I just twisted it like a couple times just to give it some stability. So you'll end up having, it's kind of, let's see, there we go, upside down, right? So you have the legs and you have the arms, and it feels already stable. It's already feeling stable. Let's see. Oh, did Gabby, let me see. Okay, 32 North Supplies shop on, okay, so they're on Etsy too. Yeah, and I have to look at it. It looks like a lot of their things were really similar. Okay, so here's her body. And then I already have some, well, I have two here. And then I take, is this 4 inches? Let me check. Let me cut that one. Let me cut it off of this one. So then I take a piece that's roughly also 4 inches to do her neck. Okay, so I have another piece. And then all I did was, if we can see that, is I just poked a little bit up enough. Let's get one of these heads. Oh, I wish I had a white one here. This is, so if you guys can see, just so she has a little bit of, you know, if you glue the head on, maybe 3/4 of it, of the pipe cleaner will go up into the head. So you have a little bit of a neck there. Okay. So I don't know, what is that? That's about, it's about 3/4 of an inch, let's say, sticking up. Okay. So I have that little piece sticking up, and then I take this tail and I just wrapped it around. I just wrapped it around this way, around this way, and up again. And that makes a really, if we can see, that makes a really stable torso. I mean, it really, it feels very, very, very strong. Very, very, let's see. Let me keep looking at. Oh, you know what? I love this mat. I got this mat in Tuesday morning store when we were out in Palm Springs too. $9.99. And I was looking on Amazon for one, and they were so much more. I'm really happy with this mat. It cleans up really well too. Okay, so now we have her strong torso. And what I like to do, and you could just do it with your fingers, but I have a lot of these jeweler's tools from being a jewelry maker, is I like to kind of roll the ends in so that they're softer, because they'll stick you. And you could just do it with your finger too, but I just figure I had these, it was easier. So I do that with the, and to make sure, like, my legs are a little bit off, so I'm gonna snip a little bit. And you could use scissors too. You don't need to use snippers. I just always have them at the ready here. So I'm gonna roll those up so they're not poking her little toes there. Okay, so there we have her. Let me make sure my hot glue gun is gonna be. And I ordered Fabri-Tac from Amazon. It hasn't arrived yet, and Fray check, because I need that for another project. But I just used hot glue for her, and I think it worked out well. Okay. So that's our body. So I'm going to set that aside for a minute. And now let's work on our clothing. So we will start with, and the interesting thing too, I would like to learn more. So I used felt because that was what I had on hand. And if anybody out there maybe knows, I think the green looks like, she's not very clear. I think the green looks like felt to me. I don't know. It's almost like that, like pajama material. Remember, we're all kind of somewhat similar ages, but it almost feels like, so I'm not sure that this is, yeah, maybe it's like a polyester. So I'll have to, kind of play around with different materials. And, what I love about her is she can be, we're making this little Christmas elf, but she could be anything. She can be, you can do Easter, you can do 4th of July, right? You can make her any theme that you want. And I'm going to be pretty excited to do that. But I use felt, but I like how this material is sort of thin. And recently I got really lucky at my little favorite thrift store, and I found tons of felt. And what was interesting, a lot of it was this sort of thicker felt. And then, so I don't know if this is older or maybe they make felt that's thinner. I'm not like a felt aficionado, but this is so much thinner. So I'm not sure if this is like wool felt, if they make felt in different weights, but this is kind of interesting. I noticed it was much thinner. I think, is there another piece in here? Oh yeah, this is, yeah, this white is really thin too, which is kind of fun, but I don't know if it's just because it's older. Oh my gosh, so many great colors. I mean, I think it was two bags I found. I mean, I probably have every color in the rainbow from just those 2 bags. They were just packed full. And of course, I eventually want to make one with turquoise because I love my turquoise. So, okay, so let's work on her skirt. So again, I had this cup, and this is 2 1/4 inches. So you can just you could either print out a circle online, you can find, a little juice cup or something in your cupboard that might be close to that. And I had where did it go? I had out of my mom's stuff, one of those white pencils. That's I don't know, what do you call it? Fabric, one of those white fabric pencils. And then the tip broke, and then I couldn't find a pencil sharpener. So I had quite a time. So I'm just using a Sharpie. It's not the best thing to use, but it works. We figure out what works. Okay, so you think though it looks like wool felt? Yeah. Yeah, maybe that is the thinner. I think this looks like wool too. I think. So it'll be interesting as I do this more. I don't know. I can see this little girl will probably be something I'll replicate seasonally. So I thought it would be fun to use pinking shears, but you don't need to. I just thought that would give it a little bit more dimension for the skirt. So I'm just going to cut out very quickly our little circle here. And you could just let your imagination go crazy. You can embellish, her clothing with rickrack. You could make little, like little overall dress. You could do pants. I mean, you could really let your imagination go. That's what I'm so excited about her. I think this is really fun. Okay, so we have our skirt with our little pinking, and somebody very sweet gave me this felt, and I love it. Look, it has a little glitters in it. So cute. I love how, I mean, obviously this material had the little polka dot, but you could probably replicate that in some way with like a paint pen, right? That would probably be really easy. Let's see. Oh, this is wool. Okay. Yeah. Gabby gave me this. So this is wool felt. So this is like a whole new world to me. Felt and wool felt and thick felt and thin felt. I'm going to go down a whole rabbit hole. Yeah, I love these. So these were in my mom's. In fact, I had to go digging in. At first I looked in because we brought back she had one of those antique sewing, the old Singer with the oak top and the metal bottom. And so we have it in the garage because we don't have a place, but she doesn't, my mom didn't have the antique sewing machine. She had from a turquoise one from the 50s is inside that. cabinet. But at first I was looking in there, and then she had an antique, like it's on legs, but it's like a little like sewer's kind of a basket, but on legs. So these were my mom's. I finally found them in the little sewing basket thing. So these are old, which they're Weiss, right? Weiss. So I think these are, yeah, really good quality. And they're very, 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 very sharp, which is nice. Okay. So we have our little skirt. Now, this is not recommended for children. I probably could use scissors, but I like, and this is very funny. This is like an antique ice pick. I brought this back from my mom's too, and I use it all the time. Like I've used it a ton in crafting and putting holes and things. So maybe this is not recommended for children, but what I like about it is it's super easy to see where the center is. Is that a top brand? Yeah. Oh, Debbie, I love that you have your mom's pinking shears too. Isn't that cool? I love it. I love when we have those things that are our moms and grandmothers, but I find this works really good. Oh yeah, Amy, your mom's button box. I love that. So I don't know, this works really well. And then you can, if you want, you can take your scissors, and it doesn't have to be that big, but enough that it's going to fit kind of over that torso. So we'll kind of have that going. Okay, let me see. Is my glue gun is going. Okay, let me make sure. I'm just going to double check on that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, where are my... And what I did, if you're going to make these replicate, it's, I think, great to make little patterns. So I didn't make one because I'm just using that juice cup, but I made a pattern for her top. I have one that I made for her hat, and some of it may be trial and error depending on what size head that you're using. And then her little kind of earmuffs I made a little pattern for that. Okay, so let's do her top. Let's get that traced out really quick here. Oh, hi, Melinda. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Don't worry about being late. I haven't done too much, and then you can go back to and see how. Now I'm just cutting out her clothing. Let's see. And then while I'm here, I'm going to do her little earmuff thing. And some of it you can kind of adjust. And then let me give you the measurements for these two. I wonder if there's a way, somebody probably knows, I can easily share. Maybe I'll take a picture or something and post it on Instagram. So this, what do we want to call that? Her top, it is, so this triangle is 2, so it's 2 1/4 inches tall from here to here, okay? And it is roughly, because again, I kind of just played with it till I found what works. It's roughly 1 3/8 from the narrow part. And you can see it's not a perfect diamond shape, but it works. So that's the rough. And let's see, the sides are, yeah, each of the sides is 1 1/4. Each of these sides. And then the little muff kind of ear muff thing, it's just a very elongated oval. And again, I just kind of kept playing till I got something that seemed to work well. But again, it's not perfect either, but you can kind of fix it when you're cutting. And so the length of this is 2, it's like 2.5 inches. It's 2.5 inches, and it's pretty thin. It's only like, so it's 2.5 inches long, and it's only like a half of an inch. Is that right? Yeah, it's about a half of an inch in width. Yeah, I love that we have all our mom's things and our grandmother's things. I love that when I'm crafting. I kind of feel like my mom is close by when I'm using her things. I know she's very happy. She's happy that I'm doing that. Okay, so we'll cut out her little shirt here. I'll cut out her little ear muff. And again, it's not like really perfect. So when I'm cutting it, you can just make a little adjustments and as you cut. And I want to get different chenille colors too. Like I want to get, you know, some different skin tones because, you know, I have all these different skin tones. So the white with the white, but I want to get pink. I want to get like this, you know, brown color. So, and then some of them are kind of, you know, I don't know. What is that? Like a creamier color. So I don't know. I've never seen those colors, but I'm sure that I can order. I'm sure they're out there somewhere to order. Okay, so we have those pieces. And let's see. While we're doing it, let's see. Let's cut, might as well. Let's cut her hat. Okay. And this is what I came up with. Now, I ended up cutting off the ends once I glued it, and I'll show you that. This is probably not a perfect shape, but it worked, and I kind of figured out a workaround. So this triangle is, so it's 3.5 inches at the longest length, and it's 2.5 at the shortest. And let's see, does it help to have the other kind of the height of it? Maybe the height. So the height is 1, and it's 1 3/4 tall, the triangle. Okay. I'm going to put it in a place so I'm not wasting this precious felt here. Cut this really quick. I need to go on Amazon and get one of those pencils, or maybe I just need to find a pencil sharpener. Okay. And I find really sharp scissors. So if you all have them in your mom's or your grandma's sewing stash, and I keep mine marked with a little ribbon so that when I'm done with them, or I'll put them in a special spot, because knowing me, I'll use them and then they'll be completely ruined. So I try to mark them in that way. Okay, so I think now, yes, do we have all our pieces? And then, yeah, and I have my patterns now, so I can just keep using and replicating. Let's put those in a safe spot. Okay, where is our, okay, so we have our little body here, and I'm just going to look for the nicest side. I'm going to use the one that has the most sparkle, and let's see if we fit through here. And then we're just going to feed up the skirt, and it'll eventually do that. And then we're going to add some little glue on the inside so it just kind of keeps it. I mean, yeah, I think it needs the glue. Otherwise, unless, I mean, wouldn't that be cute? You could put like you could do like another little tulle skirt or something down there if you wanted it to, you know. Oh, that would be cute. That's a cute idea. Okay, so we have her skirt. We're going to do the same thing with the very dangerous ice pick. There's probably something else to use, right, too, that's, but I like it because you can get the center really well. Okay. So we've poked our hole, and I want to get the side that doesn't have any of the Sharpie showing, and we'll poke that through. So now we have her skirt, and we have her little top, and you could go crazy with the shapes. You could do like a little heart shape. I'm really excited to figure out some fun things. Okay, so now I'm going to glue. Let me see how my glue is. And I bet Fabri-Tac would probably be really good. I haven't used it yet. I'm excited to use it when I get it, but I'm just kind of immediate satisfaction here. So I'm just putting, hopefully you can see that. Yeah, there we go. I'm just going to put a little bit kind of down each side of her leg. And I didn't go all the way down. I just kind of, maybe went halfway down. So there's still a little bit of movement, right? So there's still a little bit of lift with her skirt, just so it's not popping up, but it's still, whoops, let me hold that for a little bit. Yeah. Oh, a sewing awl. Is that a, must be something with a sharp end. I'm going to take a drink of my coffee. I haven't had much coffee today. I was running around trying to fiddle with this computer so much. I wonder if I need to, let me check my battery. That's what I'm most nervous about. 28%. Okay. Oh, all this new technology. Okay. All right. So her skirt is glued, and then we're going to put a little bit on each side to glue her little top down. And I think I'll stick it, I'll just it doesn't take much. Just put a little bit on the front and put a little bit on the back. Okay. Hold that for just a little second, and say she's looking good. She's looking really cute. Okay, so next, let's see, what are we going to do next? Next, I think we'll put her head on. So I want to put her head on in a way that she's got a little bit of a neck showing, right? Because in this example, I was trying to copy the other little girl, because I'm guessing these little pipe cleaners, I don't know, are those supposed to be like a little scarf hanging off the back? That's what I was thinking. So I was trying to replicate that one that way. So you want to leave a little bit of a neck showing. And the one thing, I don't know how to get away from it, but if you put something around the neck, it'll kind of cover it. And Fabri-Tac would be better. So I just put like a little bit on the tip of the chenille stem, and then just kind of stick it down. The problem, though, I found, right, is that if you can see how you get that glue, right, because it shoves it down. And I don't know if there's a way to do that. Hi, Pat. I'm glad you're here. Let's see, what is Gabby saying? You can embroider on the felt. I make wool felted animals embroider the felt garment. Oh my gosh. That would be so cute. So yeah, I don't know. Does anybody know if I use Fabri-Tac or a different kind of glue, am I not going to get that little push down that happens at the neck? I don't know. I find that in a lot of application, that kind of, then I have to find a workaround. Okay, so we have our little girl. This is what she looks like so far. And then, and this actually, I mean, this looks almost like what they use for her hair, doesn't it? So I had this, and I got this from Smile Mercantile too. this, I guess, is it called bouillon, I want to say. So I was happy. That looks exactly right. So happy I had that. So I'm just going to nip off, I don't know, it's maybe like 3/4 of an inch or something, because we're just looking for a little curl there at the top. And I did this a couple different ways. I don't know that either was super good. I mean, you can glue this onto the hat. You can glue it on her head. I think I did it both ways, but I thought just gluing it onto her head seemed to work the best. Let me see if I can get that a little bit wider. Kind of. I probably could have given myself a little bit more. Okay. I'm kind of upside down here, but we're going to glue that onto her head. I ordered different tips for this gun. I need to change them out, like a finer tip. I got that thick tip on there. And okay, so we've glued her little bit of hair. And you could do yarn. I think rickrack would be super cute because you could have it could dip down, and then you could dip it around. I think rickrack would be really cute, but I was trying to kind of recreate her as much as I could. Okay, so she's got her little hair there, and then we have our triangle. That's the hat, and so you're going to have to play around a little bit to get the kind of the triangle that seems to work the best for you. And I had to kind of play around with it a little bit. And again, it's not the best shape because see how it dips down so much in the back, but I ended up cutting that after the fact. So, you kind of want to see where you're going to place everything before you start putting the glue down, and make sure that you have enough to meet here. And I think the first time I glued the hat in its shape, but then when I went to glue it on her, I had the hot glue kind of running down the side of her face a little bit, and I ended up covering it up with the little ear muff, so it worked out okay. But I guess those are all workarounds that you figure out. So I think what I figured out was I'm going to put a little bit of glue here where her hair is. Whoops. And then kind of work my way around. I found that seemed to work the best. Because I've made, so this is the third one, sort of the third one I'm making here. Okay, so we have her, it's kind of glued down there, and I want to keep checking and making sure that I have enough so I can come back and glue the hat together, make sure I have the placement. So I'm just going to put, let's see, do it so you guys can see. I'm just going to put just a little bit, and I'm just going to do each side. This part I found I had to be a little slower with and kind of recheck. Okay, so I'm going to do the other side. I want to keep making sure that those ends meet in the back. So that looks good. And the hot glue is good because you can kind of keep, you can move it. You have that little bit of time to move it around. So I'm pretty good. It's meeting pretty good in the back. Okay, so then what I did is I'm going to run some glue just down one side. And I'm going to press those together. A little bit more there. And yeah, hopefully I'm doing this where you guys can see. And I think it gives a really nice, I got a little bit off there at the top, but I can go back and get my scissors. And I feel like it gives it a nice finish. I'm just going to keep squeezing. So see how it has that little point at the bottom? So I'm going to end up cutting that off. I'll let it dry a little bit more. And let's see, let's look at the back of her. So I cut that, let's see. I cut it off and I think it looks good. I think it gives it, it's still dipping down a little bit, but I think it's okay. And there's probably a way to, I could do the shape so that I don't have to do that, but eventually maybe I will. So I'm a little bit off here at the top. So I'm going to snip that so that I'm a little bit straighter. Okay, so get rid of that. All right, so there's her hat. Now, her hat is so cute. It is cute up like that, but I don't know. I liked it. I'm kind of a detail person. I've told many friends that are here in the chat, I'm such a slow crafter. I'm kind of a meticulously slow, methodical, but I think once I make more, right, it'll be a little bit quicker. But I almost thought her hat was a little bit high, but I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it, it's okay. But what I ended up doing is I folded the hat over and added a little pom-pom. So I'm going to do that to her hat. I kind of like that little extra detail. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue, a little fold over, and just kind of press that. And so this is a little bit, you know, I have a little bit of movement with the tip. Yeah, I could sew the hat first too. Yeah. Okay, so we have, and so let's see. Hopefully everybody's seeing this well. So see, it has a little bit of a tip up there. Okay, and then I have my little bowl of stuff. I love these pom-poms. So these are from the Dollar Tree. And they have, I think I have a couple packages. So these are just the plain ones. And then I love that I already had these with the little sparkle because they match her little skirt really well. And let's get a darker green because I like that contrast. And we'll glue that on. It's kind of poking up a little bit, but I think that's okay. All right. And a little bit there. A little bit too much glue coming out, but we'll make it work. It's the bane of my existence. Too much glue coming out and then glue showing, but it somehow works out. Okay, so now she has her little cute little pom-pom. There we go. Now she's easy to see. Okay, let's see. What is next? Okay, let's do her little ear muff. In this too, you need to kind of lay it on, kind of move it around, kind of get a visual of where the placement is, where it looks good. So it takes a little bit of time to kind of get it on here. It needs to come up a little bit more. Yeah. So you kind of have, so it's kind of even on both sides. All right. And I'm just going to hold it there so it doesn't move. And I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue on this side. Let's see. Glue gun for felt works best for me. The sewing rips the felt edges. Okay, that is super good to know. That is super good to know. I don't have a place for my moms. Oh my gosh, I was watching, I think it was a new, I don't know if Pat is still in here. I don't know if it was a new video that she just put up, Padoodles, which I always say Pat Doodles. I think it's Padoodles. I don't say your YouTube um, channel correctly, and I apologize for that. I think I've been saying it wrong. Pat has this fabulous she shed. Oh my goodness. I was telling my daughter yesterday, I need to show my husband. And I think that's what Gabby had said to me too. I feel like I need something like that. We have just a 3-bedroom home, and all our bedrooms are taken because we have a 16 and a 19-year-old at home. And or those are only 2 kids. So both kids are home. Yeah, so I don't have a place to craft. And when I have Pearly Girl clothes right now, but the materials for Pearly Girl are much less. So I also worked on the dining room, in the dining room here on the dining room table. But, I basically had a very small footprint because I just had my stamping tools and my hammers and my design stamps, and it didn't take up a lot of room. But boy, this crafting, all these crafting supplies, they're just overtaking my dining room here. And so I need to figure something out. I don't know if we make the garage into a space that's a little more useful. Okay, now it's telling me, I'm going to plug in again. What happened to the plug? On this new computer, I was like, why isn't it charging? But it didn't, the new plug wasn't, it wasn't snug in the big end. I hope that doesn't mess up. I hate that this is kind of running across here. But, yes, are you going to do, I hope you do, oh, good. You're so sweet, Pat. Yeah, I think everybody says Pat Doodles, right? And not Padoodles, but it was so cute. I heard you say Padoodles yesterday, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been saying it wrong. Yeah, I hope you do another video, Pat, and then I will definitely show my husband. I'll show him the after instead of the before. But oh my gosh, I would love to have a space like that. I really would. Although I love crafting in the house, I like being in here because I like being around, around the kids and my husband and the kitties. So I mean, I like working in here, but I don't know. Or maybe I just need to figure out, a better storage, I think. Maybe that's what I need. Okay. So we have her little ear muff is on. And you could also, I think it would be so cute, like if you didn't want to do the little ear muff, and I'll probably try this at some point. But you could do like, I don't know if that sizing is good. Or I mean, you could put them on here too, but wouldn't that be cute? Like, the little pom-poms. Let's see what this other size looks like. Though that's too big. Those are too big, but yeah, you could just run like cording or something around and then attach little balls. Oh my gosh, that would be so cute. Okay, so what do we have next? Okay, so if I'm recreating her, I'm going to do, I didn't bring the red. Let's see. I didn't bring myself a red to do the little, let's see, is this long enough? This might be long enough. I had a little candy cane that I had made for something else, so let's just use this. Let's hope this is long enough. I think it's a little bit short, but what the heck? We're going to use this. Okay, so let's make her little, actually first, let's cut off that little extra back here. Let's cut that little extra off. give that a better shape. Hopefully I don't cut her neck. Okay. So that's a little bit, see, it's a little bit cleaner to cut that little end off there. Oh, my bracelet. Oh, every once in a while, I don't remember if this is a birthday or Christmas, but every once in a while, like I'll have something that I love, 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 and I'll basically say to my husband and the kids, okay, this is like I've picked out my birthday gifts or my Christmas gift. This might have been a birthday. I don't know the name of the shop, but she has, I bet if you go into Etsy and you search leather sterling silver cuff bracelet, this will come up. Look at that. Let's see. Let me see if I can get it to where it's, let's see if I let it sit here, will it? It's hard to get it, huh? To where it, oh, it did there for a second. So this whole piece right here, I want to, oh, it almost did. I want to say it's silver something in the name. But it has flowers on it. Maybe it was better when it was on. But she's so great. Like you can measure your wrist to get, and the leather does, it'll give a little bit. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, isn't it beautiful? So there's flowers, but oh my gosh, her necklaces and bracelets and all her jewelry is just gorgeous. But I love the flowers on it. I wear this all the time. And I love it because I can, this is like one of those Navajo pearl bracelets that my parents gave me. And I like to stack it with other stuff. I love it. Let's see. Let me catch up with the chat. Pat, I guess I can go do that. I can be very professional. I'm hoping to finish this weekend. I also crafted my third bedroom. I share how I made a sewing cabinet storage from an old armoire. Oh, I want to look at that. That way everything is hidden when I close the door. Maybe I need to do something like that. Yeah, it's kind of a work towards, but I hope I do have to, let's see, not that direction, this direction. I don't know. To my left, I do have a big cabinet that has a lot of my metal stamping stuff in it. It has all my bubble mailers. It has like just general craft supplies that we have, that I use it like for church stuff, because sometimes I do crafting things for church or for organizing like the craft for like women's retreats and stuff like that. So I have a lot of that general stuff. So I'm almost thinking that if I move all that stuff out, because I don't use it very often, and with Pearly Girl on hiatus, then maybe I can kind of shift all these supplies into that cabinet. But it's such a daunting thing to do. I haven't yet figured it out. I almost feel like I'm going to do it and then switch it up, and then everything will go out into the garage. But one of these days I'll have to share that. Let's see what else. You can cut wool felt balls in half cleanly. Okay. So that's good to know. Like the big ones, if I thought those were too big, I could probably cut them. I don't know if those are felt though. Are they? Maybe from Dollar Tree. Oh, you're going to make a video to show the armoire. I would be super interested in that. I would be really interested in that. Very interested. Okay. So let me take that off. Okay, good. Okay, so this is where we have her, and we're going to put her little scarf, which I think is much too short. Well, maybe not. I don't know. So I wrap it around and then just give it a little twist. It's a little short, but it's cute. So I just have it. I mean, it could go either direction. Maybe we'll make her a little like it's one side in the front and one side in the back. I don't know. I was trying to replicate the other one, how she had the little. So there she looks. And let's see, we are getting close to the end. Okay, I'm going to bring her one little arm in, and she can hold something. She doesn't have to hold something. I thought these little candy canes were cute. I mean, here's one of the little candy canes. I have these little wreaths that would be super cute. These came from Hobby Lobby in a package. These little trees, I think I got these from Hobby Lobby too, in a little package. So that would be, I mean, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. Let's see. Maybe we'll make her, yeah, let's make her holding the little tree today. Let's see if I can get her hand to go around. Yeah, let's make her, there we go. Okay, so we're going to do the tree on this one. Let's see. It's not. There we go. Okay, so she's holding her little tree. I think I'm actually going to, yeah, maybe I'm going to put that. I think that I was thinking the scarf was detracting a little bit too much from the tree. And I'll show you the other one I made in just a minute, but on the second one that I made last night, I put a little, so I'm going to do that on her too. I glued a little, one of these little white, just plain balls on the front, and I thought that was cute. Oop, look at, she has one in her head. She already has one in her head there. So let's glue one of those on and give her a little something extra here. Open her up a little bit. Just a little touch of glue. You don't need much. Let's give her a little pom-pom there. Let's see, what is Gabby saying? Something interesting. So Melinda was asking where she gets her wool felt, and Gabby says there are lots of places online. If you Google it, I have quite a stash from a place in Orange County that has vintage and new items called Peacemakers. Ooh, I want to go there. Let's see. Julie, you know wool felt balls come in all sizes, the garland kind. Oh, yes. In fact, yesterday I ran into Savers because I had, I had some things I needed to donate. And of course I had to run in because I had my 20% off coupon. I'm going to take a little sip of coffee. And I'm going to go grab them really quick so everybody knows what we're talking about. I think that's what you're talking about. Let me go grab because I found a garland. Let me go grab because it's still taking 2 seconds and it's in the garage. I'll be right back. So is this what you're talking about? This felt, these felt balls. So the only thing I wanted in here were the felt balls. So the rest of this stuff will get donated out. But I wanted this garland. I love putting these felt. So that'll probably go back. I don't know. It's kind of cute though. Let's see if my daughter likes it. What else was in here? I don't know. He's kind of cute. I'll have to see. Is that Homer Simpson? I think that's Homer Simpson. Yeah. Let me get rid of this. So funny. And then this. I don't know. This little. It'd be cute though. That would be really cute for a bathroom. Okay. So those were not the things I wanted. Let me get those out of the way. So is this the mini? Oh, this was from Trader Joe's. Mini felted wool garland. 100% New Zealand wool, hand felted in Nepal. Yeah. So the it's a little bit of a lag, but let me know if this is what you're talking about. I probably don't want to cut this up, but I would probably get it. Oh my gosh, I love these. I always put these up like when birthday and stuff, and I love hanging these up. So I was excited to find. But yeah, I think this is the the wool balls that Gabby's talking about. So cute. I was excited to find that. Okay, so our little girl, she's got her little pom-pom. We'll put her little arm back. And then now the feet. The feet or the shoes I left till last, and I was like, oh no. Just for, let's see, what's Melinda saying? Just for fun, I will have to introduce you to Martina, show you her shop. Oh, here, let me see what Melinda's saying. The reason I'm asking is that my friend Martina does tons of felt figures by sewing. I think she gets her felt from Germany or Holland. Oh my gosh. I'm loving all this, all these like fun new places to visit. So I was kind of like, oh no, how am I going to come up with a pattern for her shoes? That's going to be hard. And I was working on these little gals over the course of the last couple days. So, so Melinda, I have a Savers so I live in Rancho Palos Verdes, but I'm right on the border of San Pedro. In fact, Western Avenue is kind of a dividing line here in the South Bay. So San Pedro's on one side and we're above Western. And one of the next towns over, I think it's in Lomita, is where our Savers is. And it's not the best part of town. It could be a little, I don't know, like, I don't know. It's just not the best. And there's like, sometimes I've been in there and yeah, people are, I don't know, doing things they shouldn't be in the bathroom and substance stuff. And so it's a little, sometimes my husband's like, oh, but I find really good. I have found really, really good stuff there over the years, really good stuff. So that's kind of one of my little honey holes here. But I mean, sometimes I can go in and not find much. What did I find yesterday? I found a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bird print. I found this little grab bag. It wasn't that great of a day. Oh, and then I found a book, like a more of a paperback, coffee table size, but had a soft cover. But it was like bird prints, not Audubon. It was another, but it's a really big book, and I figure I could cut those out and use them for like decoupage or do something fun with them. But that was all I found yesterday, so it wasn't that great of a day. So my husband actually suggested for the feet to just do pipe cleaners. And our little girl here, our little original girl, can you see her feet? So these are just little, I guess, end pieces of, let me get that. So there we go. Little end pieces of pipe cleaners that they just cut little that are, I don't know if they shape them that way, but let's see if I can get a better, it's hard to get this to focus. So that's all they use, but I wanted something that looked a little bit more like a boot. So all I did was wrap a pipe cleaner around, and I kind of gave it, I kind of tried to make it so it was a little pointy, like a boot. So let me finish her off. And I used these sparkly ones from the Dollar Tree, and I think I might have used the whole one. Let's see, because I don't have a piece here. These are really thin. So, yeah, I think I definitely used, I just used one. Let me get that. I'm probably wrapping it a little tighter than I did. So I just kind of go down. I just kind of wound around the foot and got down here. And then I And what I did was so I kind of bent it up because I wanted that. Let's see if you guys can see. It's hard to. So I bent up a little portion of it so I could get that pointy part of the shoe, and then, oops, where do we go here? And then I'm just wrapping around and covering up any of the white. I have some of the white poking through there. This is not the best looking shoe, but we'll squeeze it down. We'll make it look okay. Oh, I really have some of that white poking through. I think if I have more time, I might go back and eventually maybe come up with a little boot. Oh, maybe I did. Yeah, I think I did use both. So we'll just kind of shape that. That's not the best looking shoe, but it'll do. It'll do. Yeah, I definitely have some. Let's move that around so we cover up the white. That's a wonky looking shoe. But so this little girl, she's done. She has 2 boots, and they're sparkly, and I like that it matches the sparkle in her little dress. So, and I'll finish. I won't do her boots now, but and then you can, even if you wanted her to be kind of, right, you can just bend them so you have the little feet. And you could even, it would be cute. You could do what they did with the little pipe cleaner. You could just glue like a little pom-pom even at the end, which would be super sweet. Yeah. Yeah. And there's so many colors, right? You could do, and I'll show you the other one here in just a minute that I made. I just, with these thicker chenille, I only used half. So if I'm going to make a boot out of these thicker stems, I just used half of the stem. Whereas these are so thin, these Dollar Tree ones, they're much thinner. So that one I used the whole thing. Okay, so here, so that's it. So that's that's what I came up with to copy the little vintage girl. I'm really happy. I'm going to switch back to me, and then I'll show you I made a little assemblage last night because I wanted to put her in an assemblage, or put one in an assemblage. Okay, so I'm going to go back. Let's see here. Cam. And I'm going to go back to me. And I'm back. What is it saying here? HP enhanced lighting. I don't know what that is. Go away. So that's it. Oh, wait, now I can't. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Now I can back to see the chat. So this is where I took one of the little girls. I wanted to show you guys, and I put her in a little assemblage. So this is just, actually I don't know why my mom had, she had some, this one isn't super vintage, but I'm like, Mom, what were you making? She had probably, I don't know, like 8 of these tins of cinnamon sticks. I don't know. She was like making something with the cinnamon. So I just brought them all back because I'm like, those are great to craft with. And so I just emptied the cinnamon sticks out. So yeah, so I have a little girl, and I put it's a vintage bottle brush tree. And I just added some tinsel. So that's just a really cute way that you can use her. And added some ribbon and some glitter, because glitter's everything. Glitter, ooh, there's glitter falling out. Glitter's like the icing on the cake. And I will say, so I sat her down, and this little girl, I did black boots for her. Her feet look really big. but I did black because I was going to use the black gingham check ribbon. So, but they're really, I mean, these pipe cleaners are really strong. So you could easily, they don't need to be, I mean, I wouldn't probably use this, but there's really nice strength that you could have her standing too, right? Or whatever you come up with. I mean, easily if I glued that down, she's not, I mean, somebody could come and bend her, but she's not going anywhere. So they can easily stand. They could do all kinds of things. And probably too, even if you made the legs longer, you could do like a little knee hugger kind of thing. And their legs could cross. It's kind of sky's the limit once you figure out the pattern, right? Little like cross legs, so cute. But I think our proportions are good, and I like that the head is a little bit bigger. So there's our so here's our vintage girl. See, she's a little wonky, poor thing. I need to fix her. I'm going to fix her head. I'm going to fix her head. So this is the vintage, and then this is my version. I'm really excited to get some different colored pipe cleaners, so it can match all the different colored heads. I mean, this is definitely a vintage color here. This kind of peachy brown, so beautiful, so beautiful. So that is her. That's it, everybody. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, that was pretty good, right? 10:16, an hour and 15 minutes. So yeah, that's it. So some things I want to talk about, and I hope you all loved it. If anybody has any questions, just you can put it in the comment, or you can send me a message through Instagram, because I'm on Instagram, the same name, Day Trip Vintage Company. And I'm trying to think of a good way to share these measurements. I don't know. You know what? Maybe I don't know. Maybe should I do it? Oh, you know what? I could go back. I'll go back in the video after, and in the description, I'll put approximate measurements. But really, sometimes it's just trial and error, right? You have to figure out what works for your head size and all that. You might want some things to be bigger and some things to be smaller. So I'll go back and just kind of do a written thing in the description. That is what I will do. So yeah, anybody has any questions, send me a direct message through Instagram, and I'll be happy to answer. And so tomorrow is Vintage Coffee Talk with Kate and I of Releve Vintage. This will be our 5th episode, which is kind of fun. Very exciting. So tomorrow on Kate's YouTube channel, it'll be 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. And this week we are doing like glam, glitz, New Year's Eve, bark heart, like all that fun stuff. I mean, oh my gosh, the stuff Kate, I have some little quirky stuff for my portion of the sale. Kate has some amazing things, glasses, and oh my gosh, I mean, really, really good. But yeah, we're going to have jewelry. We're going to have purses and drinking glasses and really fun things for barware. I brought a lot of things back because my mom and stepdad had this cabinet behind me. That's what they used. That was in their kitchen, and they kind of had a whole bar set up. But my husband and I, like, we don't have a place for it. So I had some other things that I'm going to have to go dig around in the garage, because I feel, I don't know, there's this one really fun I don't know if it's a shot glass and it winds up and it has little legs. And I saw it at one point. So I don't know. But I'll do a video later today and I'll post it on Instagram of the things that I'll be bringing to the sale tomorrow. So again, it's on Kate's channel, Releve Vintage. And in the description of the video, it has the link to Kate's YouTube channel there at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. And the other fun thing coming up is this Saturday, Kate and I have been invited onto Pamela Blanchard's channel. Oh, who else is here? Oh, hi, Susie. Am I saying it right? Susie? I think. Suzo's. I think I'm not saying it right. Susie's. Maybe spell it out phonetically. I'm glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. So Kate and I will be on Pamela Blanchard's channel on her sale this Saturday night. So it's 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. We're very excited. All Christmas. I will have some handmade things. I'm trying to decide maybe 5, maybe more. But we'll each have about 20 items. We have some good stuff. I'm very excited. And then the other thing coming up is I will be on with, I think Jody was telling everybody that I'll be on tonight, but we were kind of playing email tag, and I thought it would be too much to do with this morning, my vintage coffee talk with Kate tomorrow, and Pam sale. I thought, oh my gosh, it would be so crazy. So I'm not on the Makers Market with Jody and Pat Padoodles tonight. I saw tonight is Sue Spezio, which I'm going to be watching. I'm so excited. So Sue Spezio is on with them tonight, and I will be on with them on December 9th, which is 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. And I don't know if Pat is still here. I don't know if it's on Jody's channel or Pat's channel on the 9th, but I'm really excited about that. I'll have Christmas assemblages. I have some jewelry, some handmade jewelry that I think I'll be bringing for my Pearly Girl business. And yeah, I'm very excited about that. Next Thursday, I'm kind of thinking ahead to craft talk. Next Thursday, I think what I'm thinking of is doing we can all get together and wrap gifts. So I will be okay, it's on Jody's channel. I'm going to make a note of that too. Okay, so the Makers Market is on Jody's channel. Jody Renshaw on December 9th. Oh, I'm getting all stuffed up here. And so next Thursday, I will be demoing some fun gift wrapping, sort of bespoke, handcrafted gift wrap. So I will be using brown craft paper. You could use white craft paper, rubber stamps, some fun trim and string and greenery and bells and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'll be demoing some of that, but you guys can sit and watch. You can wrap. Thanks, Gabby, for Pam. So that's the link to Pamela Blanchard's YouTube and Kate's channel. Thank you, Gabby. And if you could put Jody's in and Pat's too. I think I think Pat's really close to 1,000, right? Aren't you super close? Oh my gosh. That's very exciting. Yep. So I thought it would be fun. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll come in my jammies. Come in your jammies and we'll wrap gifts, and I'll show you some fun examples of and I don't wrap all my gifts this way, but I like to do, like a special one for each person, and make, handmade wrapping paper and decorate them in a special way. So that will be next week, Thursday. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. That's all I have to say. I'm so glad that you were all here. I hope you love the project. And oh, so close. My prediction is, I don't know. I think you'll get there. Do you think you'll get there by the end of the week? I think so. That's what I'm hoping and predicting. I'm hoping and predicting. That will be so fun. We need to I think was it Misty, wasn't Misty got Nancy over the 1,000 mark, right? This overstuffed house. I wish that would be something that she does all the time, like pick somebody in the community and gets them over. I don't know if she's done it since she did Nancy, and then there was another gentleman on the show that she did it for. But wouldn't that be fun? That would be a fun thing to do every week. So that's exciting. So, yep, that's it. That's it. And I hope to see you all tomorrow at Vintage Coffee Talk and at Pam's sale on Saturday in the Makers Market on Jody's channel on the 9th. So, all right. I love you all. I hope you have a good day, and thank you for taking time out of your day to spend it with me. And yeah, have fun crafting. Love you guys. Bye.